Good evening. It's Tuesday night, and here we are in Hamilton, Ontario once again, and following the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on the VE3 ZOE repeater on 443.075. And I think Bill will be taking the net tonight, VE3IUK. We'll just wait for the clock to flip over 7 p.m. Good evening, Guy. Good to see you joining us tonight. Thanks for your check-in on YouTube. We're just waiting for Bill to wake up from his afternoon nap and start the net.
Good evening, all amateurs. This is Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt, Bill and Dundas. I'll be your host this evening for the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. This net meets 5 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on its repeater at 7 p.m. and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on a simplex frequency of 446.125. I now stand by for any priority or one-and-done check-ins. Quick one-and-dones. Come now.
Victor Echo 3, Victor, Yankee Tango. Had a tough day in the park, and now I'm heading home, so I thought I'd say hello.
V3VYT, V3IUK. Yeah, I assume conditions are still not to where they should be.
Yeah, it's slow. I spent 2 hours out there. First hour, I got about 10 contacts. Second hour, I got a whole lot less, and now I'm hungry.
Yeah, roger to that. Well, I hope to be getting out soon. I've been monitoring band conditions, so I think we're going to give it a shot soon. But anyways, thanks for checking in. Go home and get that tummy full.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, it was kind of like some European stuff, like Italy was appearing a lot today for some strange reason. Could hear South America and Cuba, but couldn't talk to any of them. And Florida and Texas, well, you could talk to them, but that's only so much fun. The first 10 times, and after that, it's okay. What else?
Yeah, well, you could be talking to people who are running lots of power, too, so that might account for that.
Yeah, a few of them owned up to 500 watts here or there, so that was a lot more than my 50.
Yeah, roger that, Edward. Well, on this whole band conditions improve. They look like they're slowly improving, but they're not to where it would make a good day for POTA. But thanks a lot for checking in, and have a good evening.
73.
Anyone else? I guess, well, any regular check-ins for Lake Ontario Radio Club net, come now. VE3, LBI. VE3LBI, VE3IUK. Good evening, Larry.
Good evening, Bill. Not quite as nice as yesterday, but still a pleasant day.
Yeah, a little chillier today, but yep, definitely a pleasant day.
I got the front lawn cut today. Sat down for a few minutes and thought, you know what? It's been a while since I cleaned the barbecue, so I did that this afternoon too. Got it all cleaned up. Mind you, we use it all the time, so even through the winter. But I thought, well, it's a good time to take the grills out and clean the bottom. We got the shop vac out, got it all cleaned up.
Oh, absolutely. I know you use that quite a bit, so important for you to keep it maintained, Larry. Well, I'm glad you did that, and enjoy the barbecue season.
Keep it well greased and all there, Bill.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, thanks, Bill, for picking me up. I'm sure there's others that are trying to get in too. So, all right, have a good evening. Everybody else on that too.
Okay, Larry, sounds good, and see that Guy has checked in, recognizing Guy there checking in. I guess he's in Ottawa, if I remember correctly, so good evening to him. And we'll stand by and see if there are any other check-ins for Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
and everyone else on that. Yeah, just kind of tuned in, heard the end of Larry there, talking about barbecuing or something. Doing the very same thing myself. Got the barbecue going, taking advantage of the nice day and having a good meal.
Good for you. Yeah, barbecue season is here. Time for all those sausages and steaks and pork chops and whatnot. Yum, sounds good.
Yeah. A little irritated with the price of charcoal these days, but other than that, should be pretty good. Planning on having everyone over on the weekend there for a nice barbecue. So, anyways, other than that, nothing really radio-wise or any other traffic. Thought I'd throw one in the pot there for you and say hi to everyone.
Yeah, well, a lot of prices are irritating, and I don't think any of it's going to get better, that's for sure. But anyways, enjoy it, and hope you have a good weekend with company for a barbecue.
Thank you. Have a good weekend yourself. VA3IMW.
Yeah, take care, Noel, and thanks for checking in. Anyone else for Big Hunter Radio Club? Net, come now.
VA3IMW just can't stand the dead air.
I had a sense that you would be checking in next. Good evening, Mac. How are you?
Good evening, Bill. We're doing fine, just fine indeed. As Larry said, nice weather, not quite as balmy as yesterday, but these are the kind of days when it's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. It's kind of like what's that movie? It's not Cinderella. What's the other one? The little princess that falls asleep in the bed after eating the bear's porridge. Anyways, I heard Larry say he finished cutting the front lawn, but when I pulled in the driveway, it doesn't look like he touched it at all. So he's going to have to come back and do it once more time. And thanks for the invitation, Noel. You're having everybody over on the weekend for a barbecue. I heard you say that, and I'm part of everybody. So excellent. Just let me know what time I need to show up and what we're having. Other than that, yes, you've mentioned YouTube. So yes, we are streaming live on YouTube as well, as we try to do most days. And just look up my call sign, VA3IMW, in the search box there, and scroll down to the big red tab that says live. And here we are. So, yeah, so far we've got Guy signed in there. So has Larry. And I see Chuck has also made his presence known. We're going to wait and see if Albert joins us tonight from out of town in Barrie. Other than that, Bill, I thought somebody would start to talk about summer schedule, but we'll leave that for another day. At this point in time, we're barely into spring, or at least to the weather that we'd like to sustain. So perhaps in the next 3 or 4 weeks, we'll start talking about a summer schedule for nets and how we're going to arrange things. But something to think about. We don't have to rush the topic. Other than that, thanks for doing this one. And don't forget not to let Chuck out before he plugs his net. Thanks again, Bill. Back to you.
No, we should not forget about Chuck and his all that wonderful effort that he puts into doing the net. And I noticed on the regular comments that he found the problem with his audio, so David got that cleared up. If I'm not mistaken, you're thinking about Goldilocks, I believe.
Yeah, and I suddenly have a hankering for a nice bowl of oatmeal. Not really, but that's a nice segue. As a matter of fact, maybe more of finding a bed that's just right. I know where one is, and I'll be looking forward to that a little later on tonight. And the Solar Newbie has also checked in on YouTube, VA3NFL, so recognizing him as well. And we'll probably hear from him shortly. Okay, Bill, I'll let you go ahead and troll the lake for others unsuspecting the fish.
bed and make sure that porridge is not too hot or too cold there, Mac. Thanks for checking in and have a good evening. And let's see who else like to check in the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
VA3CJZ.
VA3CJZ, VA3IUK. Good evening, Chuck. How you doing?
Hey, good evening, Bill, and all on net. Yeah, nice day today. If the sun would have been out a little more, that would have been better, but, you know, we get what we get. And for me, I've still been busy with Windows 11, working out all the kinks, found out a few new things. It's a learning curve. It's like anything, you know, you get a new radio or new to you, and you got to learn it. So I found out some things that were clashing, and I'm still working out all the kinks, but I should have everything ready for tomorrow night. And tomorrow night is the A-Reg net, thanks Mac, at 8 p.m. on the simplex frequency of 146.430, 146.430, and I also will be streaming the net live on YouTube, and I think I got all the bugs worked out. Yeah, it turns out, Bill, I had a bad port in one of my USB hubs. It works fine for data, but doesn't work so well for video or audio. So yeah, that's the only thing. My laptop only has 3 ports in it, so I have to use USB hubs. And certain things don't like to use the hub; they'd like to be plugged in direct, right? So yeah, all kinds of technical stuff, but it should be good to go. Wondering if anybody had suggestions for tomorrow night, because we're not going to talk about bees, because I just got stung in the hand about an hour ago by a bumblebee while sitting here at the shack. One got in my window. I don't have a screen, partial screen. And I'm sitting there feeling something on my thigh. I put my hand down. It was right on top of a bumblebee. And she stung me, but not completely, because the stinger wasn't left there. So, yeah, it's not as bad as it could have been. Back to you, Bill.
Okay, well, let me see if I can remember to comment everything I wanted to get back to you on. First of all, I think if I remember correctly, I was asking you about maybe if you wanted to do something about animals that were indigenous to Australia.
Oh, right. You know what? I've got it written down in my notepad here, but I just haven't gotten around to it, so I think I'll start with that sometime this evening. And by the way, when I reinstalled Windows 11, I didn't back up all my logs for the A-Reg net, for any of my logs for my logging software, so I lost all that. But I think I can get that back once Logbook of the World gives me my certificate, and I can upload, download. So that's not too bad. But I lost all my. Anyways, I'll be good to go. And sure thing, I'll do that, Bill.
Yeah, okay. And a couple of things I was going to mention. I don't know about you, but when I have a major problem in Windows and I resolve it, I always make sure I document that so that I have it for future reference or for someone else. Also, I just wondered if with your hub on your laptop, is that a powered hub you're using?
No, they're just straight USB hubs, no power, not powered. And so they're a little pricey for the powered ones. And so I cheaped out and bought the ones without. So I think I should try and invest in one of those.
Yeah, because certain devices need to have a powered hub. Look at a company called Oroco. They make some decent ones that, and also Ugreen, and they don't cost you an arm and a leg, and they're fairly reliable there, Chuck. And just one more tip for you before I move on. YouTube channels worth looking at is a guy called Britech, Britech. He has a lot of really good Windows 11 videos. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. And of course, we're looking forward to day right tomorrow night because it's always a great way to break up the week, Chuck.
Yeah, absolutely. And also what Mac mentioned about the summer schedule. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And but the only thing that will keep going for sure is the A-Reg net. We haven't missed a week, so far, so we want to keep it going that way.
Yeah, just one more thing before I move on, Chuck, and then we'll pick up someone else. I agree because once the summer gets here, I'll always be here on Saturday and Sunday to be able to do that, and I think that maybe, a lot of other people will be busy, but it's something we can look at in a little bit. But thanks a lot for checking in, Chuck.
All right, Bill, thank you for doing this net, and I'll be listening along. VA3CJZ, back to net control.
Okay, Chuck, great, and we're looking forward to tomorrow night. And no bees, we've killed the bees, metaphorically speaking, anyway. Anyone else who'd like to check into Lake Ontario Radio Club net, come now.
VA3IMW is on the round frequency.
Good evening, Al. Thanks a lot for checking in. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Waiting for the wife to get home. Kind of getting angry. The daughter-in-law, her appendix exploded, whatever. Spent 4 days in the hospital, went up with the kids all day, and now she got a fever going on, the daughter-in-law, so I don't know when the hell she's coming home. She'll probably end up staying, I have no idea, but I'm just kind of worried about my stomach.
Okay. I guess you're not too good in the kitchen, I take it.
Oh, no. I can't eat my own cooking. On the barbecue, I'm good there, but no, in the kitchen, forget it.
Well, I guess I'm the opposite. I love to cook. Well, I'll just make a comment there. I had a ruptured appendix when I was 15, and even though they got to me in time, I suffered complications for that for about a year because I had kidney problems related to the ruptured appendix. So hopefully she stays in the hospital and they don't release her too soon. There, Al.
Yeah, she spent 4 days in there, and my son didn't want her coming out. I don't know. Call him Dr. Mike, but I don't know. Now she got a fever going on at home, and who the hell knows where it's going to end up.
Yeah, well, we'll keep her in my thoughts and prayers and hope she's going to be okay. But yeah, that's a little rougher when you're older. Anyway, Al, I hope that she recovers okay.
All right, Bill. Have yourself a great evening, everybody on that 7-3s.
Yeah, 7-3, and I'd like to recognize that Albert, VA3BT, has also checked in, or VA3PT, take your pick there. So we'll stand by and see if anyone else would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
VA3 DCF.
VA3 DCS, VA3IUK. Good evening, Dave. How are you?
Doing well, Bill. Doing well. And yourself?
I am what they would call tolerably well and able to sit up and take nourishment. How's that?
Okay, so you're above the ground.
Yeah, I think it was Fred Skelton that used to say, if I wake up in the morning and I don't see candles and flowers and hear music playing, I know it's okay to get out of bed.
Or it could have been a great wake.
Exactly. How was your day?
No, it was busy, but uneventful. Got home and well, record time for the last few weeks anyways. Seemed to take forever, a lot more traffic, but today coming home, the traffic seemed to be a bit lighter coming out of Burlington.
Oh, that was probably a treat for you anyways, if the traffic was a little lighter, and always good to have that less stressful ride getting home.
Yeah, well, also with the school year starting to come to a close, it'll get lighter still. So that's something to look forward to until near the end of August.
Yeah, roger to that, and not having to fight a lot of adverse weather either, so enjoy it. And just a question, do you barbecue at home?
No, I gave that up a while back, though I do have a little small barbecue, little Weber Q1000, it's just it's enough to get like 4 burgers on it, or 6 or 7 or 8 sausages, so but I mainly leave that in the trailer, but if I need to, I can bring it out.
I don't barbecue at home. My sister and brother-in-law, they spend most of the season at the trailer, so they barbecue out there, but I just do my steaks in my trusty old cast iron frying pan, but for me, it does a good job.
Yes, I remember when I was young, my mother would use the cast iron pan quite a bit for steaks. That very, very seldom did we barbecue at home, and back then it was the old briquettes and the round barbecue that was made out of, well, I guess it would have been steel at the time, and a lid on it. It stood about 3 feet tall.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, my mom used a lot of cast iron, and I learned to cook with it. She also had a cast iron stew pot that she used, but I have a cast iron pan here that's, it's at least 30 years old, probably more. And it's so well seasoned, I fry an egg in it, and the egg just slides right out.
Yeah, I know when we started camping, we had some cast iron pans and that, but we didn't use them enough to keep them in good shape.
Yeah, well, it's easy enough to get them back into good shape. It just involves cleaning the rust off them and give them a good seasoning in the oven with some oil that can take a real high temperature.
Yeah. And then what do you do? Store them in a paper bag?
Yeah, that's what I do. I keep them in a bag that so they're not subject to any moistness.
Yeah, that's what we did, and I know my mother still does the same thing. I don't know where she's getting these bags from, but she still keeps them in a paper bag.
Yeah, well, she's got the right idea. Anyway, Steve, I better move on and see if there's anyone else that I can pick up. So thanks a lot for checking in.
Yep, Roger. All right, VA3DCS will be clear with VA3IUK. Got that one right.
Yeah, have a good evening, Dave. And is there anyone else who would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net? Come now. Well, I think it's going to be an abbreviated, abbreviated net. Anyway, stand by for anyone who would like to last call check in or any comments before I close the net. Come now. Comment? Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, it was for Chuck with regards to he was saying his cameras and that were not working on his USB hub. Sounds like USB 2, USB 3, there's a whole whack of speed standards. Everything from 3.1 or 3.2, I think. It goes up to 10 gigabit of bandwidth, and then all the way down to USB 2 only has like 500 megabits. So yeah, it's most likely that. I know the cameras from my VR headset had to be plugged into a separate USB 3 port for each camera, just because of the amount of data going through it. So
know, and I should have mentioned that as well. Yeah, it could be using, because the tube not necessarily handling the data stream, especially if it's high definition video. But believe it or not, I go back to USB. What was it, 1.1 or 1.4? I'm trying to think. But whatever was out before USB 2, I go back that far.
Yeah, same. That's my original PS2. It had USB ports on it, USB 1.1. That's what I run the modifications on.
And that's why they brought out Windows 95C was brought out, because they brought that out with the USB support, and that was basically an OEM version of Windows.
Roger. Also, other ideas for the net, then I guess we could just turn it into a text thing too. That'll always go on and on and on. Anyways, I'll pass it back to you, and I guess we can continue with the net. I'm just not sure if anyone wants to keep listening to IT stuff.
Oh no, yeah, I don't want to get carried away with that. Just one more thing I'll mention: USB. I remember back when the first USB flash drives came out, and they were 8 megabytes, and people were going, "Wow." Because that was 5 3.5-inch floppy. So the good old days.
I think my first one was a Sony 16 megabyte.
Yeah, my first one was a 32. I think it was verbatim. Anyway, let's see if there's anyone else that'd like to check into Lake Ontario Radio Club Net before we close things up. Come now. No, nothing heard, so I'd like to thank Terry, V3IQL, for the use of the repeater. Thanks to all you folks that checked in via the ether, or also checked in via YouTube. We appreciate it. And we'll say 7-3, and this is Bill, V3IUK, in Dundas, turning this repeater back to normal. I'm at Cube 7-3. Everyone have a good evening.
Well, there we go. That brings the Tuesday night net to a close. Special welcome again to Albert for checking in from Barrie. Hope you're not feeling too alone. Obviously, you'll be hunting down Chuck tomorrow night for the A-Rig. Remember, eat light, because restaurant food on a regular basis, it's going to make you fat, dumb, and happy. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.